Welcome back students, this is Meera Gupta and today in this video I am going to cover the 6th chapter from class 10th English first flight book, and chapter is The 100 Races part 2 written by the writer Il Bosser. Okay, now I hope you have read the earlier part first from chapter 5, and this is the continuation of the previous lesson. Okay, so let us see about the story. This story is in continuation of the previous lesson. The 100 Races part 2 reveals why Wanda Petrosky had not been coming to school. The Petrosky family decided to move to a big city where no one would care about their unfamiliar name. On hearing the note, Maddie and Peggy got anxious as they realized that they would never get a chance for making amends for all the teasing they had done. Both the girls get relieved only on learning that Wanda liked them and had dedicated one of the 100 races, that is only drawing, not in real, to each one of them. Okay. Now let us read the chapter line wise. For this you must pay attention and go through the book, textbook, and listen this chapter carefully. Para 1. Here, para 1. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal's office brought Miss Mason a note. Miss Mason read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Then she clapped her hands. Attention class, everyone back to their seat. When the shuffling of feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet, Miss Mason said, I have a letter from Wanda's father that I want to read to you. Miss Mason stood there a moment, and the silence in the room grew tense and expectant. The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Her manner indicated that what was coming, this letter from Wanda's father, was a matter of great importance. Everybody listened closely as Miss Mason read the brief note. Okay. Now here, listen closely. Listen closely here means listen with attention. Okay. Now see the explanation. What happened? Everyone was having a look at the amazing drawings Wanda had drawn and admiring it when the monitor of the class brought a piece of note for Miss Mason. Miss Mason read that note multiple times as she couldn't believe what was written in it. Finally, she decided to gather the class to read it loud and clear. It was a letter from Wanda Petrosky's dad. She silenced for a while, which created tension in the minds of her students. She adjusted her spectacles, which made it clear how important that note is. She began reading it and everyone listened carefully. Okay, now let's see what was the letter and what was written in that letter. The letter starts, Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jake also. Now we move away to big city. No more holler Polak. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petrosky. Okay. Now this was the letter from Wanda's father. Okay. So just see what was written in the letter. The letter began with a solution to Miss Mason. Wanda's father conveyed his intention of not sending both of his children, Wanda and Jack to school anymore. He mentioned that they were shifting to another city, a big one where no one would care enough about their strange name. A big city with lots of people having Weird name means here Wanda's classmate thought her name was weird and funny. Wanda was a Polish immigrant to America and thus had an unfamiliar name. Okay, now see the next para 3. A deep silence made a reading of this letter. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on her soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice was very low. I am sure that none of the boys and the girls in the room 13 would purposely and deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because his or her name happened to be a long, unfamiliar one. I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtlessness. I know that all of you feel the way I do. That is this very unfortunate thing to have happened. Unfortunate and sad both, and I want you all to think about it. Now listen the explanation. What happened? After hearing what was there in that letter, everyone was left speechless. They were unable to speak. Miss Mason too was stunned, and thus she cleaned her glasses, wore them again, and spoke to the class in a low voice. She conveyed her disappointment to the class and asked them to ensure her that nothing was done purposefully to hurt Wanda. She gave the children benefit of doubt that everything they did was done unintentionally. She said whatever happened was sad and unfortunate. She advised the student to introspect about it too. Okay, now see the next paragraph. Para 4. The first period was a study period. Maddie tried to prepare her lessons, but she could not put her mind on her work. She had a very sick feeling in the bottom of her stomach. True, she had not enjoyed listening to Peggy ask Wanda how many dresses she had in her closet, but she had said nothing. She had stood by silently, and that was just as bad as what Peggy had done. Worse, she was a coward. At least Peggy hadn't considered they were being mean, but Maddie had thought they were doing wrong. She could put herself in Wanda's shoes. Okay? Now listen the explanation. Everyone began thinking about what was written in that letter and how each one of them made Wanda feel. In their first period, Maddie couldn't concentrate on her studies as she felt sick for not stopping Peggy at the right time. Had she stopped Peggy from playing that dress game with Wanda, things couldn't have been different. Although Maddie never teased Wanda, but nor did she stop Peggy for doing it, which makes her just as bad or maybe worse. Peggy's intentions were never to hurt Wanda, and she was not aware that her game hurt her feelings. Maddie, on the other hand, was aware of its impact, yet she stood silent, which made her coward for not standing against what is wrong. Okay? Now see the next paragraph. Para 5. Goodness, wasn't there anything she could do? If only she could tell Wanda she hadn't meant to hurt her feelings. She turned around and stole a glance at Peggy, but Peggy did not look up. She seemed to be studying hard. Well, whether Peggy felt badly or not, Maddie had to do something. She had to find Wanda Petrosky. Maybe she had not yet moved away. Maybe Peggy would climb the height with her and they would tell Wanda she had won the contest, that they thought she was smart and the 100 dresses were beautiful. Okay? Now see the explanation. Filled with guilt and regret, Maddie wished for a chance to apologize to Wanda, hoping Peggy would be thinking about Wanda too. She takes a look at Peg, but she was busy studying. Regardless of what Peggy was thinking, Maddie decided to take some action. She hoped Wanda hadn't yet moved away and she could tell her how sorry she was and appreciate her 100 dresses. Okay? Now, the next part will be continued in next video. I hope you understood this chapter. Okay? And also learn it that never to teach anyone, because your teaching may hurt that one's feelings. Okay? Take care. Goodbye. See you in the next video.